Today we're going to do front brakes on a 2012 GMC Acadia. You're going to need 2 front rotors, pads, basic socket set, impact with a 7/8 socket, 2 jack stands, brake cleaner, and some shop rags, and a jack. Okay, so you need to jack up your vehicle and try and get to the pinch welds, the jack, and then you grab a jack stand just to help secure it on the pinch welds, and set it down slowly onto that jack stand. And I usually leave the jack underneath just for extra safety. So next you're going to take your impact and your 7/8 and take all the lug nuts off. Once you get them off, you take the wheel and you can put it underneath the vehicle. Sometimes, just for extra safety. Now you need your socket set and ratchet and a 3-inch extension. You need to use 1/2-inch socket to get this bolt and this one out on the caliper. Once you get the caliper removed, I grab a tarp strap usually and I put it up on the strut so it doesn't pull on the brake line here. And then now there's this bolt and this one, which is 13/16, and just pull the pads off, pull off the sliders here. Sometimes it's a little tough. Okay, once you get the bolts loose, you just take them out. Caliper bracket will fall off. You just set it aside. And now you have to take this little screw out to get the rotor off. Okay, so this little screw is a T30, which you'll have to buy or get a bigger socket set, and it will just loosen. And it'll come out. It's not that big. You pull that off, put that aside, and then your rotor is probably going to be stuck on. I just grabbed a 4-pound hammer, and if you hammer on the back side here, or hit it right here, it'll pop it off. And if you're not replacing your rotors, you need to be careful for the surface here that are breaking. But as you see, it's all, I can run my finger on it and it has a whole bunch of ribs. So that's bad, which it still works, but you should replace them, and then you take it off, and there's your hub, and your wheel bearing is back here if you're replacing that. Now you need to get to your rotors. Take them out of the wrapper. And you're going to want to, from the factory, they have a oily coating so they don't rust on the shelf. So that's what you're going to need your brake cleaner for, and your shop rags. So now you take your brake cleaner and you just spray around there and grab your rag. Wipe this down to get all the oil off of there. And you flip it around. Do the other side. Get that all off of there. I do it on the mating surface too. So there's this little, where that T30 bolt slash screw came out. And on this rotor, it's supposed to go right in here. So you need to line it up just right so that bolt will go in there. So now you put that bolt in there and tighten that up. Okay, once you get that fairly tight, you can put your back caliper bracket on and then put your brake pads in. Once you get your caliper bracket on, you need to make sure these are all lubed up. And if they're seized, you need to heat up this part and put vice grips or something on here and wiggle it back and forth till it's unseized, and then take it off and put some grease or some anti-seize in it. Okay, so now there's these clips that need to go on here like this and push up in there like that. These clips down in there. Okay, and then you grab your brake pads, and usually you put them on. Here's a squealer. That's the squealer. Once it gets down to that, it starts squealing on the rotor, so it knows you need to replace your pads. You put this in there. So once you get your pads on there, you need to take your caliper and these pistons here. You need to grab an old pad, put it in here with a C-clamp. If you don't have a piston pusher for these calipers, you can use a C-clamp. I'll show you once it's done. You see how far that is now? You tighten it up and it goes in, and then you can take it off and put your caliper over the pads and put the two bolts on. They go in here and here. Once you get those two tightened up and your caliper on, you need to take off your strap or whatever you had holding that caliper up so it didn't break this brake line, and then put your tire on, tighten up the lug nuts and torque them to 100 foot-pounds. Once you tighten these and torque them to 100 foot-pounds, then you jack up your jack. Take out your jack stand. Let your jack down. And there you go. You're all done. Don't need to show you the other side because it's the exact same. So please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.